Welcome to CARICOMP Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
The European Union launched a brand new age verification app on April 14, 2026. Someone bypassed it in under 2 minutes. Not with a sophisticated hack, not with a zero-day exploit. They opened a plain text configuration file, changed one word from true to false, and the app stopped checking anyone's age entirely. That should unsettle you. Whether you're a parent who assumed these systems protect your kids, or a professional who relies on age-verified records in an investigation. Because the global age verification industry is projected to nearly double, from $5.7 billion in 2025 to $10.4 billion by 2029. Billions of dollars are flowing into systems that a teenager with a text editor can defeat. And if that makes you feel like the ground just shifted under your feet, good. That feeling is the starting point. Today we're going to walk through exactly where these systems break. Not at the algorithm level, but at the architecture level. And why knowing the difference changes everything. So why does a system built on biometrics collapse because of one line in a config file? The core problem is a design assumption baked into the foundation. These age verification apps were built around a specific idea of who the adversary is. The designers assumed the only people trying to get around the system would be minors. Unsophisticated, impatient, not technically skilled. And that assumption might sound reasonable at first. After all, age gates exist to keep kids out. But the moment you publish the app's code as open source, or let the configuration sit on the user's own device in editable form, you've handed the keys to everyone. It's like airport security that scans every passenger for weapons but leaves the staff entrance propped open with a doorstop. The biometric check itself might be solid, but a single Boolean flag, basically an on-off switch buried in the app's settings, controls whether that check ever runs. Flip it off, and the entire security layer vanishes. That's not a bug someone discovered. It's a design philosophy that assumed the wrong enemy. For anyone building a case around age-verified records, that means the record itself might be hollow. For the rest of us, it means the app on your teenager's phone might be doing absolutely nothing. Now, even when the biometric check does run, there's a second problem. Facial age estimation sounds precise. The word biometric makes people think of fingerprint scanners and retinal readers, definitive lockdown identification. Vendors reinforce that impression by publishing accuracy figures like plus or minus 1.22 years at age 18. That number sounds tight, it sounds reliable. But it comes from controlled lab conditions. Good lighting, a cooperative subject, a clean image. According to NIST testing, once you move into the real world with varying demographics and conditions, platforms have to set what's called a challenge age, between 29 and 33, just to keep false positives low. That means the system has to overestimate by 11 or more years to feel confident it's catching actual minors. An 11-year buffer isn't precision. It's a wide-open window. Anyone willing to use the right makeup, camera angle, or a synthetic selfie generated by AI, I can slip right through that gap. And there's an even more fundamental flaw hiding underneath the accuracy debate. When a platform says its biometric system confirmed a user appeared to be 28, what did it actually confirm? It confirmed that the image presented to the camera looked like it belonged to a 28-year-old. Not that a 28-year-old was sitting there. Not that the image was live. Someone could hold up a photograph of an adult's face to the camera, and passive estimation systems without liveness detection would accept it. That's a documented limitation, not a theoretical one. The gap between the age of the face and the age of the person is exactly where evasion lives. For an investigator reviewing a case file, a verified age 28 record doesn't mean a verified identity. For a parent, it means the system your child's platform claims to use might be fooled by a printed photo. What makes all of this worse is how fast bypass knowledge is spreading. According to Cyber News, roughly 1 in 3 minors already attempts location spoofing through a VPN. But the real shift isn't technical sophistication, it's cultural normalization. Tutorials now surface on social media, showing people how to change birth dates, swap config files, and route around age gates entirely. They're framed as life hacks, push back against what users call unfair restrictions. And the information spreads fast, because it's simple. We've moved from a world where bypassing security required expertise to one where it requires a 60-second video and a willingness to follow instructions. Meanwhile, the only way to prove someone's age is to collect deeply personal data: biometric scans, ID images, verification logs. Platforms have to retain those records long enough to defend their decisions to regulators. Every retained record becomes a potential breach target. So the system creates the very data honeypot it was supposed to prevent, collecting sensitive information about millions of people to enforce a check that a config edit can disable. The real lesson isn't that age verification algorithms are inaccurate. Some of them are quite good. The lesson is that accuracy in the matching layer is irrelevant when the workflow around it can be routed around, spoofed, or switched off entirely. The lock is strong, the door frame is cardboard. So here's what to carry with you. Age verification systems check the age of a face, not the age of a person, and those are not the same thing. Even when the biometric check works perfectly, a single setting on the user's device can skip it altogether. And a $10 billion industry is scaling fast on that broken foundation. Whether you're evaluating evidence in a case or just trusting that an app keeps your kids safe, understanding where the real weakness lives, not in the algorithm but in the architecture, is what turns worry into awareness. The full story's in the description if you want the deep dive.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.